Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit today. I know it's been a good while since I did a video. Life gets busy. But anyway, I wanted to show you just a real quick update on a few things that I'm working on here in the shop right now. Right behind me, you're going to see a model train layout that I'm starting. This is another interest of mine, is doing model trains. I've always liked them since I was a kid. So this is going to be a very small N-scale layout. So means it's like 9 millimeters between the rails. For those who don't know, it's pretty small. But anyway, this is going to be a little N-scale empire behind me, and I'll show you that just a little bit closer. Also, in just a second, I'm going to show you a really cool little tool I picked up a good while ago. Been meaning to do a little video on it and haven't done it yet. Anyway, let me move around behind the camera. I'll show you this layout, and then we'll show you that cool tool. Okay, so there you see the entire layout. Those tools are there on it. You'll see them here in just a minute. And we'll zoom in here a minute and look at the thing. What you're seeing there in the back is a little grade. It's about a 2% grade. So the train's going to go, across this thing here. And where you see the gaps, there's going to be 2 bridges with a little tunnel there in the back. And then another grade over there on the side coming back around. And then there'll be some yards and stuff like that there in the middle. Anyway, let's move up and we'll take a look at this cool tool that I'm going to show you. Just a neat little thing. And hang on just a second. Okay guys, what I want to show you is called an eagle compass and divider. Let me bring this thing up here just a little bit more. This is patented in 1894, and the box looks like it's about that old. And it's a neat piece. This is a little vial here, and it has extra lead inside of it. This is part of one of the legs. I actually got 2 when I bought this off of eBay. The problem with one of them is that it was missing parts, and I'll show you that. See, it didn't have any of the legs on it. Now this one here is complete, and this one has a sharp point on one end and a pencil here on the other end. And it seems that Eagle Pencil Company made several of these versions of this thing over the time. I'm going to get it real close as I can. I don't know how close the camera will focus. Anyway, this, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but there's this nice filigree on this thing, and it's fairly sturdy. You just turn this thing on top and it opens up, and then turn it and it closes down. Now here's the neat thing about this though. If you slide these little collars up, you can actually pull the leg out and turn it over. Now this one on the other end is a fountain pen, or where you would have used an inkwell, so it's a pen on that end, which tells you how old it is. And this one on the other end is another point, so you can turn the pencil around, and when you slide this down, it kind of holds the pieces in. And now you have a set of dividers that you can use to step off things. These are some other types of dividers that I have. These are a little bit more standard, heavy-duty tool dividers. These little guys, it's a little lightweight compared to something like these guys here. These are very heavy. They hold their settings quite well. But, hey, if you don't use it very much for in a pinch or whatever, if you only need one thing, hey, it's pretty good. And you can't have too many dividers around anyway. The thing that I found about this one, if you'll notice there's a little brass collar right here. The original collar that came with these, the collar was present on both examples that I had. I bet you won't be able to see this. Maybe I'll try to include a real close-up picture for you. This collar is just made of sheet metal, and it's just eat all to pieces. It's cracked, and it just was in bad shape. So I had a machinist buddy of mine that I work with. He made me this really nice turned solid brass piece here that goes underneath this twist part. And man, the difference is amazing. It works so well, and it's beautiful. So he did just a fantastic job. But we'll show you something you can do with this real quick. If you've ever wanted to see something cool you can do with a pencil or compass here. I've got this board here, and I want to lay out an ogee on here. So let's say this is a foot on something and I want an ogee. So what you're going to do, I've drawn the diagonal lines here that intersect. Then you're going to take this pencil, this compass, and you're going to get up here, and it needs to be somewhere in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle. You can adjust it if you want to where it steps off in the middle. It should be alright either way. There, that's pretty close. Alright, so what you do is you put it at the point, and you scribe over here, and you make a mark. Then you go down to this end. Oh wait, you do have to put it in the middle. Put a mark in the middle. There you go. And now scribe across here. So what that's giving you here is a point to draw another circle with. And so what you're going to get is a part that goes like that. Now you would do the same thing over here, except for I'm short a piece of wood. You get a scrap piece of wood and put it over here, then come out here and mark it. And then what you're going to get is the other side like this. There you go. So you can see this little ogee mark here. And then you would do the same thing on the other side and you get this nice ogee foot. That's a real simple thing you can do with a pencil. With the divider, of course, you can also step it off and make marks with the divider's end. So you can say, well, I just need some even divisions here and step it off. And that's actually really close, but bring it down a little bit. So if you need to mark stuff. I'm going to show you what you can do with a little set of dividers. Now you could use this set of dividers, of course, this little eagle set of dividers if you wanted to. Since I already have these other two set, because I was doing this dovetail a little while ago, you can use these to lay out dovetails. I've set this one to the width that I want the shoulder to be between the outermost pin, and you just kind of punch a little mark there. Now this one is set to the distance that I wanted between the outside edges to make the same pin. So I don't know if this makes any sense. Maybe it'll make sense when you see it put together. So the spaces are the same there. So what happens is that when you get in your little jig, and I've got a little dovetail jig from Lee Valley, they're going to look like this. And of course you're going to have a shoulder on the bottom. But that means that they're going to be the same. This will be each pin will be the same when you lay them out with the dividers like that. It's a real easy way to consistently lay them out. So on this train layout, I cut dovetails on a whole bunch of corners, but they're all the same because I used the dividers to lay them out. Didn't have to measure, didn't have to spend all that time measuring. Just hitting these points right here. Then of course you would, on the top you would, draw your straight lines down and just cut them out with a handsaw, chisel them out. But that's how you lay them out. So anyway, this is an Eagle number 569 compass and divider, and a neat little cool tool. If you ever see one around, just pick them up. Maybe you can see, I've zoomed the camera in a little bit more. I don't know if you can see this messed up part. I really think this was just a poor design, honestly. This little sleeve here is rolled on one end. If it had been rolled on the bottom end, it probably would have not suffered the problems that it did. But anyway, Eagle compass and divider. Thanks for stopping by today, and have a great day.